Come here, black people. Black people, calling all black people. Can you come on, gather around, because I have to tell you something. This is just exclusive to black people. Don't call the police on other black people. Let me say that again. Don't call the police on black people, guys. If you're like don't call the police on black people, especially if you're black. Okay, so if you're getting, you know, raped, robbed, and like you feel like you're in fear of your life, you know, different situations call for different things. There's time and place for everything. But in this political climate where we're at, I just don't see what positivity, like what could the police do for us at this point, even black ones. Like, they don't have our best interest in mind, and really, and especially now that people, specifically white people or non-black people, are calling the police on us for just being black and just being alive. It just makes no sense for you to add to that. There are enough people out here calling the police on us. What, you know, caused me to come on here and talk about this is because I had an incident recently. These two young gentlemen, these two young boys, maybe, I don't know, like teenagers, they started fighting in the middle of the street, like boxing, like really, like they weren't playing, they were like, it wasn't a joke, and they were fighting. They started tussling. One of them picked them up, picked the other one up, threw him on the ground. Like, it was a classic world star hip hop fight, and you know, everyone's looking around, you know, taking their phones out and what have you, and this woman, this black woman on the side is like all frantic and oh my gosh, da, da, da. And so we're all, you know, sitting around, you know, just looking at it like, look at these niggas over here, child. Yeah, like, we're all, you know, and we're all just watching, and we're letting them fight, like, point blank period. And this woman who was all frantic just 2 seconds ago, she decides to holler out, "I'm about to call the police," all casually, and she proceeds to take her phone out. And that's when I said, you know, no, don't call the police on black people. Which, why the fuck did I do that? Because this woman turned around and called me every name in the book. All of a sudden I became every motherfucker, every bitch, every this, every that. Yeah, and you know, mind your business and don't tell me what to do, and who the fuck do you think you are, and da da da, and I'm grown and you ain't finna tell me what to do, and da 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 da, and this, that, and the third. And it's like, that's not what this is about. Like, this, like, okay. So then she goes, oh, you know, mind your business or whatever. Mind you, this is just as much my business as it is hers. It's not like she personally knows them, and I don't know why she would call the police on someone that she personally knows. So, I mean, okay. So I said, you know, my community, but before she cussed me the fuck out, you know, well, my community is my business, and then that's when she proceeded to cuss me the fuck out. It was really cute, and might I add, she was a cute 6 months pregnant. I'm sure she's gonna be a fine mother. So let us take some time to pray for her unborn seed. Like, don't call the police on black people, especially if you're black. They're not going to do anything but make the situation worse. The judicial system is set up to protect the majority. It is not in place to protect everybody. It is what it is. Like, and all of this can be backed up with statistics and, you know, all that. Like, I mean, like, there's no evidence that points to the judicial system ever being on our side. You can look it up. Like, there are more, I don't know the exact statistics, but there are more people in prison today than there were people enslaved back during slavery. So, yeah, girl, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Just, like, that situation just really just really, like, reminded me how divided we are as a people. It's like, wow, like, I'm really getting cussed the fuck out. I'm having a whole ass argument. Not even really an argument, because I barely even said anything to this woman. She heard what she wanted to hear, and then she said what she wanted to say. But it's just, like, crazy to me, like, how I'm having a whole ass debate, or I'm being berated with insults because I'm telling another black person not to call people who have been oppressing us, killing us, raping us, and so on for eons. Like, the police, all they do is bring trauma and oppression, negativity, death. Every, like, negative word that you can think of, that is all that the police brings us. And, like, that's why we need to police our own, you know, we need to police our own communities. Now, this is not a video about, okay, well, if we can't call the police, okay, well, who do you call? Well, that's why you police your own community. You call on your friend, you call on your neighbor, you call on, you know, you know, if anything, really what we all should have done is we all as a collective should have came in and broke it up. If we were just watching them fight, like, okay, they want to fight, they're fighting, let them fight, let them duke it out, and you know, call it a day. Because that's how it used to be back in the day, you know what I mean? Like, when you, like, you know, whatever. But that's what we should have done. But that's not what we did. But the last thing that we should do is call the fucking cops. And then the last thing that we should also do is get mad at other black people for not calling the cops. Like, this, as far as, like, oh, who do you call and what do you do when you're in a situation, that's not what this video is about. I'll sit down, think about it, come up with some ideas, and come back. But as of this video is just about what you don't do. What you don't do is call the police on your own people. What you don't do is call your enemy on your own people. You don't, like, and so as far as I'm concerned, that lady, that woman that was, is the enemy. If you call the police on your own people, you are the enemy. You're siding with the enemy, and so that makes you the enemy. And yeah, that's that. I can't think of anything else. And it's just crazy, like, in terms of, like, respectability politics, because on one hand, it's like, oh, I'm a nigga no matter what I do, whether I have my pants hanging down or whether I have my pants up, I'm still a nigga in the eyes of these white people, and they're gonna treat me as such, and da-da-da-da. But then when you have, you know, we in the hood, and you have niggas being niggas and just being a product of their environment and acting and doing things that they have been taught to do, you have the same people who were also the product of their environment, who were also taught to do the same thing, calling the fucking police on them. It is crazy. Like, it's just like, huh? Like, I was just really baffled. Like, wait, what? Are you really cussing me out right now? And even if it's like, and even if it's, maybe it's like, oh, like, you know, no one likes to be told what to do. It's like, I just don't see how, like, damn, like, is your ignorance that deep? Is it that thick? Is it that, like, are you that dumb that you're, like, willing to risk someone's life just to, what? To make a point? I don't know what point you're trying to make. It's confusing. I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's my little speech. Don't call the police on black people, especially if you're black. Black people, stop calling the police on black people. That we have Patty, we have Lemonade Stand, what's her name? I don't know. We have enough people calling the police on black people. You don't need to do that. Okay? All right? All right, girl. I'll be back. Deuces.